American vessels carrying nearly 4,000 Jewish refugees arrive at the port of Haifa, Palestine. Jammed like cattle on the rusty craft, the fugitives end their bleak voyage, which began at a Black Sea port. The death of an infant was first blamed on British tear gas, but examination showed it was accidentally crushed and suffocated on the overcrowded ship.
During World War II, between 1941 and 1945, Nazi Germany and its collaborators systematically murdered some 6 million Jews across German-occupied Europe, around two-thirds of Europe's Jewish population. British government in 1917 during the First World War announcing its support for the establishment of a national home for the Jewish people in Palestine when there were 92.6% Palestinians already living on it. Upon the start of the mandate, the British began to facilitate the immigration of European Jews to Palestine. Between 1922 and 1935, the Jewish population rose from 9% to nearly 27% of the total population. Same thing British has also done in India during 1947 and divided into two parts. The divide and rule policy is a strategy that was used by the British during colonial rule, used to keep divided among the different religious groups and ethnicity, so that they would be easier to control. Then in the 19th century Zionism movement that emerged by some extremist Jewish community to support for the establishment of a homeland for the Jewish people in Palestine. Then Arab-Israeli wars started, a series of military conflicts between Israeli forces and various Arab forces before Hamas and Hezbollah group was created. The list of war happened 1948 to 49, Palestinian Nakba, 1956, Suez Crisis War, 1967, Six-Day War, 1967 to 1970, War of Attrition, 1978. Operation Litani, 1973, Yom Kippur War, 1982, Lebanon War, 1985 to 2000, Security Zone Campaign, and so on, in which thousands of Palestinians killed by Israel Army, and day by day Israel also occupied the area in Palestine in which the occupied territories, which include the West Bank, East Jerusalem, and the Gaza Strip by the United Nations report. Zionist forces, in their mission to create a Jewish state, expelled some 750,000 Palestinians from their homeland and destroyed their villages in the process. This is not a drill, this is not a test, this is the reality of Palestine. Water, food, medicine, electricity has been cut off on 2 million people in Gaza, including children, basic human rights. Do you think this is fair? Houses, schools, universities, and places of worship have been destroyed by the occupation. How can Palestine be the oppressors when they have zero military strength? Comparing to Israel, the Palestinians have been fighting for their lives and defending their homeland that has been stolen from them since 1948. This is massacre, not a conflict. Open your eyes to the truth and free Palestine.